Hey, Paul Yaffe here, Paul Yaffe's Bagger Nation. This week is the final countdown for us to complete the Bikers for Boobies project. We're unveiling it at the end of this week. And I just got these Dimple Die trim pieces that we made back from the Cerakoter, and I'm making these screen inserts for the Dimple Die pieces, and I wanted to show you guys how we do this and just how cool it makes the Dimple Die pieces look when you fit them with some stainless mesh screen. So check it out. So the first thing I did is I got some stainless screen from McMaster Car or local supplier that I'm going to make. I'm going to die form this screen to fit behind the dimple dyed holes. Then what I'm going to do is once I trim the screen, I pick out some sockets that are around the same size as the holes because I'm going to use those to help form the screen over. The screen's pretty pliable, and without too much crazy pressure you can form it over the dimple die holes. So what I've done here is I've trimmed the screen and I've started to take, I use a 1/2 inch socket extension, and I actually use it as a tool to kind of form the screen first around the dimple dies. So you can see it starts to make the pattern of the dimple dies. This is how I push the screen around it, just by going around it in circles, and you can see you get the impression of the dies from this. Then what I do is I lay the screen over, I start fitting the sockets into the holes, and I kind of tap them with a hammer and kind of press the sockets into the dimple die holes, which makes them protrude from the other side, or it looks like they're die stamped into the holes, which makes a really cool effect. As you die stamp the holes, your material is going to curl up on the edges. You can take it just regular good pair of scissors and cut the screen. It cuts pretty easy. You can see here that the holes are getting pretty formed. So take a look here and you can see I've laid a piece of screen behind the dimple dies. And then I've also showed you one of the nose pieces on how the screen looks when it actually protrudes into the dimple dies. And I think you'll agree the effect is much better when the screen is actually die formed into the hole, so it actually protrudes on the other side. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this screen up. I'm going to trim it as tightly to the holes as I can, and I will get some of our 3M panel bond, and I will actually glue these pieces around the back sides of the holes. Here they are with the sockets just sitting on them drying, and these are all glued in place. And I think you'll agree when you see the finished product that it makes a really cool effect. So thanks for watching. Check out the finished Bikers Boobies bike this weekend. Paul Yaffe Originals.